Hi there, I'm Peter Millard, and in this week's 10-minute workshop I've got another short video for you, just dealing with a little bit of follow-up and a follow-on from the FenceDogs and the fence, and also the vacuum tests I've done recently. It's coming up next. Okay, so I'm getting enough questions in the comments on the FenceDogs video still about how they're supposed to work that it suggests I haven't quite explained this properly. So I'm just going to have another quick run at this, just so we're super clear and on the same page. I said right at the start of that video that it's a benefit for folks who are using just an MFT style top like this one, not an actual MFT with a hinged rail and all that sort of stuff. It's just for folks who are using an MFT top like this. And if you're using this, the chances are, I assumed, that you're using a couple of taller dogs or rail dogs, path dogs, call them whatever you want, and a couple of regular bench dogs. You're putting your workpiece down like that, and you're putting your rail across like that, and you're making your cut. Nice and simple, straightforward, nothing complicated about it. The problem with this is that you have to measure every single time. It's not great for repeat cuts. Where the fence dogs and the FenceDogs come in is you do away with the two small bench dogs, and your fence and your FenceDogs go into those holes. Now, with a flag stop, you can set up repetitive cuts easily. You're still using rail dogs or path dogs or tall dogs, whatever you want to call them, for the rail to bear against. You're not connecting the rail to the fence at all. You don't connect the rail to the fence on an actual MFT. Yes, that's all this is for. And the point of it was that if you need to take a break to do something else, you can strip the whole thing down and come back to it an hour, a day, a week later, and because of the flag stop and the fence, those cuts are going to be exactly the same, as long as you don't move the flag stop. That's all it's for. That's the whole premise of it. Now, if you want the fence to run under the rail, so for very narrow cuts, for example, then you've got to be a little bit more circumspect. You've either got to use the fence on its back like this, so you only get the 20mm high part. You'll need to change these because the knobs get in the way of the actual top. This is why the FenceDogs come with little machine screws as well. But you'll still need a rail dog or a path dog. Now obviously that's not a great angle, so you'll need to pack that out with something like a little bit of 6mm scrap under there. Now this isn't ideal, I know. It's how I use my MFT actually, because I can't get to the far hinge to adjust the height. But if this is something you need, if it's something you want to have the fence running under the rail for narrow cuts, then you're probably better off not using this extrusion. I don't know if you can get it in a single channel that's any shallower, but certainly regular T-track is only about 12 mil high, so that's probably a better option, to be perfectly honest. But for everything else, this works really, really, really well. So that's that for the FenceDogs and the flex tops. I hope that clears up any confusion, any questions about how you're expecting these things to use. I want to move on quickly now to the Festool bag in the Aldi vacuum video that I did the tests for that recently. A lot of people are saying, oh, I should use the Henry HEPA Flow bags, they'll fit. No, they don't. That was the first thing I tried. I'm sorry, I've got a Henry. It looked like they're going to fit, but the hole for the Henry is way smaller than the hole for the Festool or for the Aldi. If you do find any bags that fit, let me know. I did say that the Festool bags were a couple of quid each. They're closer to £3. It's about £13 for a pack of 5, so my maths wasn't quite working out, so a little over £2.50 a bag. So they're not cheap. I do have another video coming out soon which shows you how to reseal these bags really quickly and easily and very, very effectively, so you can reuse these more expensive bags if that's something you want to do. I had some doofus in the comments say, oh, you're just a Festool fool using those expensive bags. You should be using whatever. I've got loads of bags that'll fit that. Well, if you've got loads of bags that'll fit that, be the stand-up guy and post a link to them so we can all benefit from it. If you post a link to bags that you know will fit, not ones that you think might fit. If you've got one of these vacuums and you've got a third-party bag that you know fits, then post a link. I'll pin it to the top of the comments so that everybody can find it. But that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed and found useful this little informational video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.